With all the goings on lately around the campaign to rid the Freedom Front Plus of the leadership who have supposedly made themselves guilty of various accusations, I've been watching in the comment section of certain channels' uploads as well as in various groups I am a member of. I've come to a glaring conclusion, and that is that the voters or non-voters in South Africa fall into basically two categories, namely voting whores or non-voting hobos. Let me explain. In the first case, the voters of this country are led around by their noses voting for whoever pays or gives them the most. In other words, the loyalty of these voters is bought and paid for, which makes these voters nothing but voting whores or prostitutes. This is mostly, but not exclusively, confined to the black voters, who by and large will vote for whichever party was the last one that supplied them with a t-shirt and a streetwise 3-box of KFC closest to the elections. There is, however, a large contingent of white voters who are led around by the carrot dangling in front of them in the form of a slightly improved level of service delivery and not much else. In other words, these voters would vote for the DA just because the DA fixed a few potholes in their street and cut the grass on the verge. They don't offer much else. I've already told you what you will get should the DA somehow come into power in South Africa. They are exactly what we don't want in a government. These DA voters, or their children, will pay the price eventually for the selfishly stupid decision to vote for the World Health Organization supporting, World Economic Forum supporting, New World Order supporting, LGBTQ+++ supporting, 15-minute smart cities supporting DA. These are all prostitute voters in my opinion. In the case of those who refuse to vote, they fall into the category of hobo voters, or in this case, non-voters. They are just like hobos. They have no home. They are lost wandering around in the political wilderness without a home or any place they can call their own. Unfortunately, these people are the very people who complain the most about the current situation in the country. It is these people I have sympathy for because if you look at the current situation with honesty, for the last 30 years they have had very little choice as conservative South Africans. In fact, it is now becoming abundantly clear that they were absolutely right in many ways. Unfortunately, most of these people are using the excuse that they have refused to vote for the last 30 years is because of all the people who voted yes to give the country away. Now, I am sure that there are many people who did in fact vote yes, also, for many reasons, including the fear drummed into their heads by the traitor F.W. de Klerk and the National Party in the lead up to the referendum held in 1992. Many people were fooled and voted yes. That I don't deny. Unfortunately, the voters had no part in the outcome of that referendum. I know that there were quite literally garages packed to the rafters with boxes of voting ballot papers pre-filled in with the yes vote. These people are using the yes voters as nothing more than an excuse to sit back and do absolutely nothing to stand up for themselves, nothing to ensure the future of their children and grandchildren, and feel justified in doing so. These people are, in my opinion, the most selfish and lazy individuals out there. I know there are also many out there that refuse to vote for a variety of other reasons, some of them legitimate and some born out of pure ignorance. Whatever the reasons, they are all living as political hobos. This campaign started by Colleen Serfontein is nothing other than an attempt to give both of these groups a political party that they can vote for, not because they will have their refuse collected and the potholes filled. They will vote for this party because they know the people at the helm of that party are working flat out to further the goals and aspirations of their voters and nothing else. In other words, they believe in the party and its leadership 100%. This campaign of cleaning the pigsty is not a campaign of vengeance or vindictiveness. It is literally an attempt to secure our very survival at the end of the day. There are going to be many commenters who say that even if all the whites voted for one party, it still won't make a difference. Take note that the EFF got into Parliament with roughly 1.8 million votes. There must be at least 2 million white voters, or potential voters in South Africa. Imagine if they all voted for a party that genuinely represented them and fought for them tooth and nail every single day. A party whose leadership remained permanently accountable to all the voters. Even the DA would hemorrhage voters to that party. It is quite plausible that such a party could literally become the official opposition in this country. Give me a like, please share this, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it right now. You have nothing to lose. Until next time, be safe out there.